All right, Rich Van Tassel back with you, finishing up the early portion of games for now Week 15 of the NFL season. New Orleans 31-19 over the New York Jets. New Orleans now 10-4. The New York Jets dropped to 5-9. Bryce Petty got the start, wasn't that good. 19 of 39, 179 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. Bilal Powell 13 carries, 44 yards. That is 3.4 per rush, one touchdown. Elijah McGuire 4 of 24, 6 yards. Matt Forte 7 of 24. A lot of guys ran in this game. 7 of 24 for Forte, that's 3.4. The team 28 of 124, that's 4.4 yards per rush. A lot of guys ran again. Elijah McGuire, top receiver, 3 of 48, one touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 5 of 40. Jermaine Kearse, 3 of 28. Buster Screen, Jordan Jenkins both recovered fumbles. No sacks. Leonard Williams had an interception. JoJo Natson, 5 kick returns, 106 yards. 21.2 average, longest of 24. He had 1 punt return for no yards. Chandler Cantizero, 2 for 2 in his field goals. For the Saints, Drew Brees, 26 of 36, 285 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mark Ingram, that is 12 of 74, rushing 6.2 per rush, 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara, 12 of 44, 3.7. The team 28 of 131, 4.7 yards per rush. Michael Thomas, 9 of 93, receiving, 1 touchdown. Mark Ingram, 5 of 77. Alvin Kamara, 6 of 45, the other touchdown. Brandon Coleman lost 2 fumbles, 1 sack. It was George Johnson. Craig Robertson, Marshawn Lattimore had interceptions. Tommy Lee Lewis, a 24-yard kick return, and a 11-yard kick return by Garrett Griffin. Tommy Lee Lewis, 5 punt returns, 36 yards. Will Lutz made his only field goal. The Jets hung around in this game. New Orleans was a little sloppy, a little careless with the ball. They're certainly going to have to clean that up. I don't think Bryce Petty has much of a future with the Jets. He has not looked good in really any of his time in the NFL when he's been given the opportunity. So that's something the Jets will have to work on. I mean, they came in, they played pretty well. You'd like to see how well that defense could play. They made some turnovers and takeaways, which helps. But all in all, they were basically, taken advantage of by the New Orleans Saints when they weren't turning the ball over. Philadelphia 34-29 over the Giants. Philadelphia 12-2. Giants dropped to 2-12. Nick Foles 24 of 38, 237 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jay Ajayi 12 carries, 49 yards, 4.1. Kenyon Barner 2 of 21, 10.5. The team 27 of 108, 4 yards per rush. Nelson Aguilar 7 of 59, receiving 1 touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey 4 of 49, a touchdown. Zach Ertz 5 of 41, a touchdown. Trey Burton 2 of 15, the other touchdown. Nick Foles fumbled, it was not lost. Kenjon Marner recovered a fumble. The team had 1 sack. It was Brandon Graham. Ronald Darby had an interception. Kenyon Barner 3 of 56 in the kick return. That's 18.7 per return with the longest of 27. Not very good at all. Corey Clement 1 of 14. Jake Elliott 2 for 2 in his field goals. There were no punt returns by the Philadelphia Eagles. Eli Manning, 37 of 57, threw the ball a ton, 434 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That interception was a bad one. It really turned the tide in this game, and I think got Philly back in it. Wayne Gallum, 8 carries, 39 yards, 4.9 per rush. Shane Vereen, 5 of 15, 3 yards per rush. The team 23 of 75, 3.3 yards per rush, 1 touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 11 catches, 139 yards, 1 touchdown. Evan Ingram, 8 of 87. DeForest King, 2 of 72 touchdowns. No fumbles. The team had 1 sack. It was Olivier Vernon. No interceptions. Khalif Raymond, 5 kick returns, 100 yards. That's a 20-yard average, of course. Khalif Raymond, 1 for 7. Aldrick Rosas missed a field goal, and he also had an extra point blocked, even though it's not showing up there. So those are some critical points in this one. Like we said, Eli Manning turning the ball over, I think, changed the game for this one. It was nice to see Wayne Gallum get involved. That's good. That's going to be big for them moving forward. Nick Foles played very well. And the running game was still pretty much as effective as you could expect with a backup quarterback in there. So all in all, good things for Philadelphia. Their defense, though, clearly has to at least look at this game and wonder how they let the Giants go up and down the way they did. Carolina 31-24 over Green Bay. Carolina is now 10-4. Green Bay drops to 7-7. Really looking at probably a missed playoff year for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers in his return, 26 of 45, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. Aaron Jones, top rusher, 3 of 47, 15.7. Aaron Rodgers, 6 of 43, 7.2. The team, 19 of 126.3 yards per rush. Randall Cobb, 7 receptions, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Richard Rodgers, 4 of 77. Devontae Adams, 5 of 57. They had the touchdowns. Geronimo Allison lost a fumble. The team had 1 sack. It was Kenny Clark. No interceptions, no kick returns. Trevor Davis, 2 punt returns, 15 yards. Mason Crosby made his only field goal attempt. Cam Newton, 20 of 31, 242 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interception. Christian McCaffrey, 12 carries, 63 yards, 5.3 per rush. Cam Newton, 14 of 58, 4.1. Jonathan Stewart, 11 of 27, 2.5. 38 of 151, 4 yards per rush for the Panthers. So that's a good enough run game. Greg Olsen, 9 receptions, 116 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 6 of 73, 1 touchdown. Demir Bird, 3 of 25, 2 touchdowns. Mike Adams recovered a fumble. The team had 3 sacks. 2 of them were by split. Thomas Davis, Mario Addison, Julius Peppers, Stoller Tuier all had a half. Wes Horton had 1. I thought, because I saw Julius Peppers sack, it sure looked like a full one to me. Colin Jones, James Bradbury, Darrell Worley had interceptions. Nice to see that secondary come along. Demir Bird, 2 kick returns, 45 yards. Kalen Clay, 1 of 5. Graham Gano, 1 of 1 in his field goals. For the Packers, look, you'd have to expect some rust for Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't played. That's where the interceptions come from. You have to put him back in there. I get it. You can't go down without your best guy, but you have to expect a game like this when a guy's just coming back from injury out as long as he did. Again, for Carolina, look, they've completely abandoned their offensive philosophy coming into the year of trying to limit Cam Newton's hits. They're winning, though, so that's really all that matters. And the important to see those secondary guys continue to develop, and they had a good game in this one. And Washington gets the 20-15 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. Washington is now 6-8. Arizona drops to 6-8. Neither one of these teams is going to the playoffs. Blaine Gabbert, 16 of 41, 189 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Kerlin Williams, 17 carries, 61 yards. That's 3.6 per rush. Elijah Penny, 10 of 45, 4.5. Blaine Gabbert, 6 of 28, 4.7. Good job running the ball, 34 of 141, 4.1 for the Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 5 receptions, 60 yards. J.J. Nelson, 1 of 46. Troy Nichols, 3 of 41. DJ Foster, 422. Tramon Williams recovered a fumble. Blaine Gabbert fumbled 3 times, lost one of them, recovered the other. Elijah Penny had the other fumble recovery. 1 sack belonged to Chandler Jones. No interceptions. Britton Golden, a 22-yard kick return. DJ Foster, a 6-yard kick return. Britton Golden, 5 punt returns, 43. Phil Dawson, 5 for 5 in his field goals. For the Redskins, Kirk Cousins, 18 of 26, 196, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Samaje Perine, 14 carries, 37 yards, 2.6. Capri Bibbs, 2 of 16, 3 yards per rush. The team, 20 of 31, 1.5 yards per rush. Now, that does include a 14-yard loss by Josh Dotson, but altogether they were running the ball terribly, and that's been the story of the Redskins all season. Jamison Crowder, 5 receptions, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. Capri Bibbs, 4 of 47, 1 touchdown. Samaje Perine, 2 of 29. Preston Smith recovered a fumble. Vernon Davis lost a fumble. The team had 5 sacks. 1 by Junior Gillette, 2 by Anthony Lanier, 1 by Preston Smith. Preston Smith, that is, had an interception. Brashad Breeland, 3 kick returns, 61, longest of 30, average of 20.3, so not very good with that long one. Maurice Harris had a 34-yarder. Jamison Crowder, 2 punt returns, 18 yards. Dustin Hopkins, 2 for 2 in his field goals. Washington's story of their season, not able to run the ball, as well as the injuries that they've had. Nice that they got the win. Arizona, look, up and down, a lot of injuries. You're not going to win with Blaine Gabbert, and their season is essentially over. All right, when the 4 o'clock games go final, we'll give you the recap of those as well as the Sunday night game. Be sure to stay tuned for that, and we appreciate all subscriptions. Thank you.